Well, hi, good morning again, and welcome to a very difficult video that I'm trying to put together as I finish off this radio. So, I'm showing you this weird Batman angle here so you can kind of see how I position the radio and how I've got the camera set up so it's clear to you what I'm up to. Coming next, the radio is all bolted in. Hopefully I don't have to take it out again. And I performed the alignment earlier. Nice video. You'll never see it because partway through I realized I had never set the pointer properly on the string. So the whole thing was invalid. So I'm starting over again basically, and we're going to start with the pointer. So you can see I have a camera here looking at the front, a microphone I can speak into. Let's check that mic. Okay, so we're down to just this microphone. That looks good. Okay. Back up on them all. I have another camera positioned here, which is looking into the back. And here is what you see. So, front camera and the back camera. Okay, so we can use the front camera to get the pointer and everything set up properly. That's going to be the first stage. Get this pointer set properly. Now I think the pointer has a bit of a wiggle problem. And that as you turn the dial, it tends to tip like this a little bit. Let's see if that's true. Yeah. It's kind of on an angle or more. It's never straight down. So you might be able to get at that, but probably not. And then wiggling there, you see the bottom wiggles and the top doesn't move much. I don't think there's much we can do about that either. So that gives you an idea of the limits on the accuracy. If the pointer remains on an angle the whole time and stays that way forever, then I can align it against an angled pointer, really no problem at all. But this is a real eye catcher. When this is not perfectly straight, people see it right away. They may not even know what it is, but it's communicating something not right. So we'll make some attempt to straighten it out. So first of all, how am I going to know for sure that this pointer is on the string in the right spot? There's a 0 here. Let me just wind it back there and see what happens. So you can see at the top it's actually passed a fair bit, not quite so much at the bottom. So the pointer's, well, not quite right. It's too far this way, not by too much. Well, what, should I put it so the bottom lines up with the 0? Or should I put it so the top lines up with the edge here? Which is the same thing, it's the 0. Questions. There's nothing in the manual I could find about it. So I'm willing to bet, for sure, that this thing is supposed to go from 0 to 100 and lock at both ends. Let's go to the other end. Oh, it doesn't even get there. Oh, okay, well that changes the whole story. Now, once in a while there's a dot on here, but you know, there's a 0. Once in a while they put dots out here for alignment purposes. I don't think there is any such thing on this. So, well, another approach, and a very simple approach, is to, let's say, go to the middle of the dial. No, that can't work. Yeah, that can work. If I tune this radio to a certain station, like let's say 640 AM, then I can slide the pointer onto 640, and that should be pretty much the end of it. Or any frequency I drive into this thing with a signal generator. If the radio's, you know, that's not going to work because a little oscillator is controlling that part of it. This is a mechanical issue. So I think my only option really is to go here, move the pointer a little bit this way so it lines up. Try to straighten it out while I'm doing that. I wish I'd noticed this. You know, you can't notice this while it's out on the bench because it's just against a black background. You can't see the right angle problems here. It's not much of anything. Okay, I think that's the plan. Okay, now. So as for bending the pointer, I don't think there's much options for that, really. Not now. I might be able to get the pointer right out of there. It depends how much tension there is in the string here. Well, I can get a fair bit of slack on it. Maybe we can get the pointer right out of there now, even though it's kind of awkward to do it. Like a lot of things, getting that out's one thing. Hitting it in. Getting it back in is going to be another. Okay, without breaking the string. Kind of a square one thing. If I back to square one, if I break the string here. There we go. Okay, I should be able to get this out of here. There. The pointer. So the pointer itself is perfectly straight, but it hangs. I wish I could hang it on something here and look at it. What have I got to hang it on? A thin. What have I got to hang it on? There's something right on the radio. Nope. Okay, let's see. I figure out a way now to get this to know it's at a right angle. Okay, admittedly it's a bit of a big tool for a small job, but this is what I've got here. Now, well, that looks as straight as can be. I don't see any problem with it. Well, there's nothing here for me to bend. It's as straight as can be. So, when you tug it on the string, okay, it tugs a little this way and that way. But, yeah, even looking at it like this, if you're looking right down, it looks perfect. Oh well, let's get it back on the string now. Huh. That should be a little on the challenging side. Now that I've got it off. Almost as challenging as putting this camera back where it's supposed to go. There we go. Now putting this back on is probably going to be tough here. Let's see. First part is easy. See? do this a little bit out in the middle. Okay, there's one side. Now the other side. There it is. Okay, now we gotta tune the radio up to a certain. Let's see if it looks straight now. Yeah, let's look and see. Did that straighten it out somehow? Did that actually make a difference? I'm being fooled by camera effects. You know, it still looks to be on an angle this way. Let me push it down here. So that's seated solidly down. So I don't know. I don't know why I think it looks like that. Maybe I'm crazy. That is what it is, though. We're not going to get any straighter than that. Too much of a reflection off the screen here. Okay, so we got to turn the radio on now and tune in some known frequency and see where the pointer ends up. So power on. There we go. We're on band A, which is the VFO. It's probably 590. Probably should be here. Yeah, we're talking about sports. So it's 590 right here. Perfect. So I gotta watch from around the back how to do this, because there's something that is not intuitive about moving a pointer. I'm gonna show you. So you might think, let me turn this down. So you might think, well, you gotta hold the string while you slide the pointer, otherwise the string will slide. And you might think if you want to slide the pointer this way, you hold the string out here, but actually you don't. You hold the string where you're going to push the pointer forward. What that does is it generates slack in the grip here and releases it. So you just do this. See? Easy. Easy as can be. There we go. Okay, now this is really tricky for me because I can't see the front and the back and everything all at once. Even with the camera here. 590, we gotta go a little further, plus I've retuned the radio. Oh, there's my signal generator. Oh, let's have a look at that. Signal generator is running at 600. So the pointer needs to go another inch this way. About that far there. Just a little bit further. Let's tune it in again. So the actual frequency we're tuned to is just above 605. So this pointer needs to go just a wee bit that way. Let's do it with 590 here. 570. 590. The fan. Okay, so this is a bit of a tiny adjustment here. Okay, let's take a look at that. Okay, yeah, this is not the right way to do this. So 590 is right on 590. Just see the angle. How does that happen, eh? The whole radio's on an angle? How does that ever happen? I should have bent it anyway, you know, to compensate for whatever it is I'm compensating for. Can I get this any more accurate anyway? Move it ever so slightly this way. I should have bent it when I had it out. I should have realized I saw what I saw. Okay, just like a millimeter over here. Oh, that's probably too far. A lot of time spent just getting the pointer right. How are we now? It's not going to get any better than that. Okay. Right on 600 now. Should we just back a touch? But from here it's not moving the pointer. Now it's moving the local oscillator. So that's what we're going to start off with now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tune the radio so it shows 590. Still hear the station perfect. It's good that we can still hear the station. Now to tune that guy up. Now I shot video that I'm not going to show. So I'm going to repeat something here. It might unfortunately be repeated in another part of this video you're watching. But one of the mistakes that was definitely made in this radio was some labeling errors done by the last repair guy. I think I can get this a little bit better here. Oh man. Just bear with me 1 second. There, that's a little better. So you see he's taken the time to label these adjustments. It's got, looks like B here, A band for this, 25 meter band for this. I think this says 19 here. I'm not sure what that says there. Oh, he's labeled them. The great thing is he's labeled them wrong. This is A band, this is also A band, this is not 25. Now this probably explains why this radio was so far out of alignment. This mistake, which I could make this kind of mistake. I've got the skills to make those mistakes too. So okay, so which one of these two A's are we supposed to do? We're at the low end of the band, so we would normally do the coil at the low end. That's the coil. So now the idea is to make this as loud and clear as possible. Loud, please.
Even within the game, all of these, you talked about the medium type relievers, they come in better. You know, there are high-end starters, there are high-end relievers, so one out of them, well, yeah, you're right, they're not necessarily very good. The last thing you want to do is
the radio is now receiving 590 at 590. Now, good question is what happens up at the other end now. So let's go take a look, and we'll see. To let's say 1500. That's 1500. Okay, I'm going to tune the signal generator up to 1500. Okay, signal generator right on 1500. It's a touch high. Not bad though. So this is now adjusting the capacitor. The last time around off, in the part of the video you're not going to see, I had to drive that capacitor right to its limit. I have the feeling it's still the same here. I can't find my tool. I'll try it like this. So this is the capacitor. It's driven down as far as it'll go. That's not going to work. Maybe I can get this right through there. Okay, here we go. Up. The whole thing's moving. Well, I don't know. It's right down at the end here anyway. That's as far down as it's going to go. So it's not good to see things operating right at their limit like that. How are we doing on here? 200, no parallax. Ah, that's not bad. We'll be right in the middle now. 900. No parallax. 900. Okay. Let's see what we get. Tune the signal generator down to 900. And the result is, see if I can flash this up here. Can you read that number? 899, 900. Beautiful. Excellent. It's come out great. Okie doke. That's good for the AM band. Next thing we're going to work on are these push buttons up here. Now, before we get going, this is another thing I think I may have wrong here. There's very little instructions in the radio, if any at all, about how to connect these wires, these three wires here. And every time I encounter one of these radios, I have trouble. So, the rule I've got in my head is the wire that's closest to the back goes into the connector that's closest to the back. But when you look at the manual, let's take a look at it here. The only information, this happens regularly in these documents. As soon as I find it here. Okay, it's a little hard to show this on the camera right now. See what happens when we do that. So here in the manual you see the connection points here. And they're labeled R, C, and F. Rear, center, and front. Now the interesting thing is, the way this is pictured, this one that's marked rear is not the rear of the radio, it's the front of the radio. And of course this one that's marked front, I assume F is front, is actually the rear. So this must be the wires. It must be the rear wire, the front wire, and the center wire, and maybe backwards from how I have it right now. Nowhere else do these letters appear. Nowhere could I find any more information on this. So I'm going to have to go with the wires are backwards. But before we go ahead and change the wires, just one sec here, I've kind of lost control. We're gonna switch to the buttons here. And push buttons on. Now I tuned one or two of these, but again, well, the pointer wouldn't matter, would it? But then I gave up tuning these. A little bit different. The thing is, when I got this tuned, it was so weak. It's certainly not tuned right now. Okay, so we'll try tuning button 1 into almost any station at all for now. Button number 1. Button number 1's this one. Now each one of these buttons has a tuning range. It can't, yeah, you know, there was something hit and miss about this too. What was that? Can't quite see what I'm doing, eh? This is what I'm doing. I'm hearing that come out the speaker. So I found when I was tuning this, it seemed to jump. It seemed to be in two states, one or the other, and it seemed to jump between them. I don't know what any of it meant. Maybe the funny behavior. I mean, I had these wires wrong. Maybe this thing partially works. See right there? Yeah, see that that's an oscillation of some sort that's kicking in. Now it's gone, or is it gone? Maybe now it's here. How can you tell? Let's go back this way and you'll hear it kick in or kick out. There, right there. Go back. There's quite a hysteresis. Oh. That doesn't sound very good. Well, that sounds really poor. Yeah, I think I was right in the way I remember it. Okie dokie, we didn't get anything. We should be able to pick up the signal generator. Let me put it down there. Did not hear it. Oh! There it is. Very weak. So that's a 627. And of course this dial doesn't matter, so there's no use even looking at the front, Jim. Think about it now. 627, so we want to go towards 640. It's going towards 640. Let's tune this back in. Get an idea which way to go here. This way. But I want to tune in 590. Is it the capacitor so far out? Huh. But you tune with this and you peak with that. It's just like my loop antenna. When you get too far out, you gotta tune it. It's got pretty sharp. Come on. Where is it? Try 590 with the VFO. Well, that's what we should be hearing.
I lived it too.
Back to the push buttons. Push button number 1. Why are we not hearing that? Why are we not hearing that? Because the CF and R designation on those wires means something entirely different. And I can't imagine what it would mean. There's only so many combinations they can go in. I've done many of these radios now, and I'm pretty sure I got this right. Back is back, center, front. Why no radio? Well, let's just try the next button. That's this one. Let me turn it up a little bit here. So as I mentioned before, each button has a range. It doesn't cover the whole dial. Nothing again. I think I hear the signal generator there. There's something really going wrong here. Of some sort with these buttons. Boy, and I studied the material so much to try to sort it out. To no avail. I'm gonna have to look at it again. Something is not right. It should be able to tune almost exactly the same with the push buttons as it does with with the VFO, and I noticed the noise is very high. The stations are just under the noise there, so that just tells me something's not right. Oh my gosh, what could it be? Okay, so I took a little break, did a bunch of stuff around the house, finally took a look at the manual here, and I did find where there's a hint. First of all, it starts here, as I pointed before, the R, the C, and the F. And here's where I found those letters, finally, after studying this for ages. C, F, and R. When I look at these now, because I thought the way this worked was basically rear, center, and front wire, and that's how I put them in. It turns out that this one in the middle is actually in the front, and the one in the front is actually in the middle. So this is the way it should be. I'm going to change the wiring in there, and I'll bet you this radio is just going to come fully to life. I better change my rule of thumb on these radios because I've got it wrong. Okay, now, so these back two are not right. Let's correct them. So this one I had in the center is supposed to be out here. And then the ground one, the black one, goes in the center. Hey, think about that. So we put the ground one in the center, and then the frontmost wire goes into the frontmost hole, the remaining wires, and the front one here. That's my new rule. Ground in the middle. Oh my gosh, this set is on. Son of a gun, I left this on for... Okay, well that's okay. It's all warmed up. Boy, oh boy. See, never leave the volume down to 0 on a radio. Now let's go around to the front and see what's happened here. So right now we're on push buttons. We're on the second push button. So the tuning here should do nothing. Great. What about the first push button? Let's start with the first push button, which will cover about this range here. We'll see if we can pick up 590 now. Okay, great. First push button is here. There we go.
He's a, as they say, driver of a line. He can be the driver of a line. That's the difference. I think Willie Nylander has that ability.
Oh, he's talking sports, so there's 590.
Does he have that... Oh, God, I'm sure I'm going to get myself in trouble. Does he have that gear?
You see, I had those wires wrong the whole time.
I think it's a couple things. It's discipline from him, and for me, the Babcock drove me nuts last season, and we could do a whole thing on that, I'm sure. But, you know, when it comes to the point production, obviously it wasn't there for Nylander. You know what that helps? Is if they played him with the guy they signed him to play with. You know, I know it wouldn't have been fair to
First button 590.
It wouldn't have been fair to Johnson or whoever you would have had to take off that line.
Second button, we'll see if we can get 610. 610 is possible. So we're going to try to go past 590. Anybody? Well, you didn't pick anything up. Way up mid-band here. Down further. Uh-oh. That's the end there. little thing there that interferes with this tool once you get down too far. Almost like a stopper. Well, nobody's coming in. Oh. That does not sound like English. Huh, I wonder what station that is.
For 24 months. Emergencies come us anytime, any day.
Okay, well, I don't know what I picked up with this radio. I'm not going to have to find out with another radio. Or I'll use my signal generator here. Let's use that. So what I'll do is I'll tune us just a little off. I can leave it right on there. We'll see if we can heterodyne the signal generator with it. Here we go. Wow, okay, that's 5:30. Wow. Well, that's surprising. I didn't even know there was a station there to be picked up. Wow. I don't think I've picked that up on any other radio. Let's tune it in real good here, and we'll leave this one at 5:30. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, peek it up. Now, admittedly, these are a little out of order. Got 590, 530. So this one we'll try 640. Next button over. Oh, we'll just see what we can find. How about that? We'll tighten this up a little bit. Right there. Who are we gonna find? Something there, very weak. Not sure what I'm doing there. I'm doing something else. Okay, right down to the limit. Nothing. Come back out. Something there.
Get a quality
candidates through the site within the first day. It's the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.ca/. That's ZipRecruiter.ca/FADE. ZipRecruiter.ca/.
Okay, is that the different station? It's the same. It's 590 again. Yep. That's 590.
So you have more to spend on other fun, non-gas things. And this summer, spending less on gas means you've got more money for thrilling or more for delicious.
Different? How can it be the same thing again? It is. How can that be? 590 in two places. Come on, 640. Way out there now. Way out there. Wow, okay, I'm gonna use that sound there. That's about the middle of the AM band. I pick up this odd sound there. So let's find out where we are. Put it here. I'll peek it a little bit. Okay, I'll use the signal generator to find out where we are here. Tuning here. Okay, so we're at 710. So I want to go down to 640. I think I screwed it in. Let's check this out. Okay. So if I turn the control to bring in the signal generator, I'm going in the right direction. There it goes. So we go down to 640. Somewhere in here. Okay, signal generator, check frequency. Okay, we're at 650 right now. And let me peek up this. Okay, let's go down to 640. There it is. So I think the trick is you got to keep these capacitors close to where you've got this adjusting, or you'll end up in an area where the resonance is so poor all you hear is noise. Uh-oh, I just said Raptors. That's okay. Not here. Different? Yes. 640. Next station to try for is 680 on the next button. 680 is a news channel. We're on to this one now. 680. 680 is hard to pick up here because of a noise signal right next to it. see if we can. There's that sound. So heed my own advice and bring the capacitor in. So I'm going to use the signal generator again to figure out where we are on the radio. There we go. So we're up around 8:28. Sorry, I'm yelling in the microphone. 8:25. We're going to go to 8:40. 8:40. Even though we might not hear it here, is an interesting radio station to have. It's called Funny 840, and it's just where are you? What happened to it? Shit, there we are. So this will put the radio on 840, and in another, like down in Toronto, it's about 150 kilometers from here. This station is plenty strong. 840. So 680 is the one that we haven't found yet. 840, yeah, we're way up in the 800s here. So this is going to be even higher. Well, we'll try it and just see if we pick up anything. Anything. Here we go. Into there. And we'll make the capacitor track with it. Seems to want to be out all the way. We're not going to pick up anything up here, I don't think. Somebody right there. Doesn't sound like it. So I have a feeling that's the end of the road here for tuning this up. That's my signal generator at 840 again. Oh, there it is again. 2 spots. Come out a long ways. Wow. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize you could turn this out that far. That's it. That's the limit. Okay. So I think I got 3 buttons with stations. That one's really, really weak. 640.
Now, yesterday one was such a lawyer on this. Here, let's
This is the most likely AM station people would listen to.
I'm so glad that you decided to come on and talk about this because it means this is an overreach and it is legal. That is correct?
Absolutely.
So exactly what the law states when it comes to the changes made, when it comes to you allowing your home.
Okay, so I'll try and break this down. And in fact, I warned about this in an article that was published back on December 19th, which is exactly what happened. So the police can now demand a sample from an individual without any reasonable suspicion. So they need no justifiable basis to demand a sample. Okay? Someone can be charged that if they have blood alcohol concentration or combination of drugs above the legal limit 2 hours after ceasing operating. So, actually the scenario that's happened in that case, somebody may call in an anonymous call, the police will arrive, make a demand. If it's within 2 hours of ceasing to drive, the person will be charged. And according to legislation, in order to match the same, at the time that you were actually tested, as at the time you were allegedly driving, and if you have no visual apprehension for when it's stopped by police or doing it. There's a big other insanity, and this is exactly the law. The crux of this is, within 2 hours of ceasing to drive, you're not charged with being over 80.
And how do you prove that you weren't driving and that you have the alcohol? I mean, it seems like the law is stacked against us.
It is. You can't even actually get in the stand, according to the legislation, and testify and say, I was driving. You actually have to establish that your alcohol concentration will match the timing that you're saying you weren't driving. So you actually have to hire an expert toxicologist to testify as to your timing of alcohol consumption. So just imagine you're sitting in your backyard or you're watching a movie. You're not necessarily keeping track of your pattern of drinking.
Okay, now,
Of your drinking.
one more shot here.
Against an insurmountable hurdle to try and prove you're innocent. And that's
This
saying
capacitor.
you're innocent. This is the matter of the government having to establish proof beyond reasonable doubt. So the jurors, it's the presumptions against you. It is absolute lunacy, and now it's happened, and the government has no excuse for why they drafted such stupid legislation.
The folks at Justice Canada say, you know, it can occur, but as you said, it did occur in D.C. There are several different opinions from lawyers. It's one that Brian Lilly spoke to yesterday said this is definitely unconstitutional. Another said this is just closing a loophole that drunk drivers are using to get away with drinking and driving. So what would happen, the scenario would be they get in a car accident, they drive away from the scene of the crime, they go home and immediately start to drink too.
No difference. I can't detect any difference. So I'm just going to set it kind of in the middle.
But that's a defense that the accused would have to mount themselves.
There we are.
And under the old legislation, they would have to prove that at the time of driving, they were under the legal limit. And again, under the local legislation, that their readings actually matched the pattern that they described. That was a very, very, very technical and difficult defense to actually be successful on. So in order to suggest that this is a loophole, that there was something else going on that day that we didn't know about, no one else really figured. But I think more importantly, on an excuse to establish innocence. And
Signal generators. There. That's 840. Now let me take off the signal generator, and is there any chance we can hear that station? No. So top button not set. This one 840.
Reduced sentences for that.
640 right in the middle.
To ready to go after Canadians.
They're just concerned that ultimately, you look around the
Sports.
There's good relievers available.
Sports
Will Smith
and news.
is one option, certainly. I think probably make the best option.
Okay, that was a lot more involved than I had expected, but there we are. I have a feeling that this radio is finished. I'll take that back. The next thing I have to do is verify the short wave band on the front, the dial accuracy. So I'm going to do that in a little while. Break time has come. Great. So thanks so much for watching, and I'm going to go outside and enjoy a little bit of sunshine before the rain comes later. Yeah, rain is coming.